Hey everybody, welcome to an all new video with Matt. Today I'm going to show you how to make these awesome destination beach signs right here. So stick around, I'm going to show you how. Alright guys, to get started I'm going to have some blank 2x6 treated decking boards right here. I highly suggest using treated decking boards for this, especially if your project is going to be like outside on your porch, in your yard or something like that. So anyways, you want to start with a couple of 2x6 decking boards treated, right? Then you want to take a marker and you want to draw out some designs of how you want your sign to be. So like this sign, you put your thing, it's like it's pointing this way. Drew a couple of more right here. You can look online to get some type of idea of patterns and just use your little marker and cut out and draw that right there. So once we've got our different designs on how we want our boards to look, now we can go cut these out with a jigsaw. All right, so now we've got all of our designs for our boards. Now we just need to take our little trusty jigsaw right there and cut out all of our designs on our boards all the way around. Make different ones and make them look cool, whatever you need to do. I'm gonna go ahead and get these cut out now. All right guys, once you got all of your boards cut out, now you can just go around and hit your little edges with a little bit of sandpaper. I'm just using some little 120 that I had lying around in the building. Don't need to run off and buy any more. But yeah, just gonna hit those edges from the jigsaw, get rid of all those little rough spots right there. You can see like right there, and get in there with the sandpaper, clean that up a little bit. So go ahead and get all of your ends filed and sanded down real nice, and then we'll be ready to paint. All right, once you get all your edges sanded down, now you can paint them any colors that you'd like. Try to keep it like tropical vibe colors, guys, light blues, bright oranges and stuff, even white. I'm going to paint a few of my boards white just to blend in with the colors. So go ahead, get your colors painted onto your different boards, and then we'll be ready to put our little island names and stuff on them. All right, guys, I've got my signs painted, the different colors. Got Fripp Island, Edisto Island, Harbor Island, and Kiawah Island, guys. All these 4 islands right here have a special place in my heart. Spent summers there and worked here and there and done all kinds of stuff. So now that I've got my signs made, now it's time to mount them. You can either mount them to a tree that you want to point in that direction. You can mount them to a piece of 2x4, 4x4, completely up to you how you want to do that. If you want to make it for a stand, if you want to stick it in a garden bed or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little holder made so that I can screw these to the board. All right, guys, what I've done is cut out about a 4.5 foot piece of 2x4 right here and put the little spike in right here. You can just take your speed square and go like, like 45, 45, and just cut those right there and make it a spike. That way I can hammer it right into the ground beside my little garden, right? So now what we need to do is get our signs screwed onto our boards. I always leave a little gap about that much on the top, and then start my first one and then kind of gap it about that much, about 2 inches between each other, and come on down the line. So I'm going to go ahead and get these signs put on with screws. So let's go ahead and get it done. All right, guys, so the way I like to mount these is I like to get an idea of where I want to start. I always leave the top because I got to hammer mine into the sole that we're going to be putting our sign inside of. So what I like to do is get an idea, make a little mark, all right, slide it over, take your speed square, pop your little line right there with your pencil, then line it up exactly where you want it to be with that line right there, right? And try to get it kind of centered up where you want it. Then next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 2 marks. I made a mark here, I made a mark right there, right? But we're not just gonna drive a screw straight into it. We are going to countersink those holes, all right? We're gonna use a little number 2 countersink bit right here, guys, just to help so it doesn't split or hard or work that we worked on, all right? So got it lined up. It's gonna go down. Just like that. Give it a little countersink. Then I'm gonna go to my other one, do the exact same thing. Then we'll put our screw in. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip about 2 inches. Like I said, we'll skip about 2 inches. We'll pop another line with the speed square. That's where we'll put our next sign, and then so on, ever how many signs that you got. So let's go ahead and get this mounted. All right, guys, I got everything screwed into place. As you can see, that is about the height of it. Nice, everything looks really good, vibrant, flows together well. So now, once it stops raining outside, we are going to go outside and put my sign where it's going to go. All right, guys, there you have it. I've got my sign inside my planter box right there. Just going to leave it there for now. When the ground gets a little bit softer and I'm going to get all this stuff cleaned up, I will eventually hammer that into the ground right here. But yeah, that is the beach destination sign, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to hit that like button down below. I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful week ahead. Peace.